Hey everybody, I'm Eric, N1JUR, and welcome to another 10 to 52, where for the next 52 days, I'm calling out on 146.52 for 10 minutes to see who I can make contact with and light up the air a little bit because, this is a fun challenge for me. And hopefully you've been enjoying it. This is day 4. And with that, before I kind of kick things off and we start the timer off, I wanted to share a few of your comments that I thought were really good feedback-wise. And, I'd say keep them coming. And please share your stories. Share what's going on if you're doing this challenge. If you got a great story or of a great, awesome contact, then feel free to share it in the comments down below. Or if you're compelled enough and you want to do a video recording, please use the hashtag 52SC and just post that everywhere. And if you haven't, check out the video link in the description below on what the 5-2 challenge is that Mike N2MAK put out there. But let me get into a few of these comments. InstaChow posted something that said, I set up a new antenna for this. Almost had a cold QSO with someone 2 towns north. After a local net, I convinced some people in my hood to come and do Simplex with me, and it worked. Dude, that is awesome. Like, that is exactly what this challenge and just in general, I'm trying to get other hams to do. Like, let's start using the bands. Let's have it fun. Let's, start to do these small little like pop-up nets and just start to have conversations, learn our radios, play with our equipment, do all of the things that we all do in ham radio. Richard, DP5664 says, thanks, Eric. I'm a retired 61-year-old newbie, received my tech license last month, and will get on 5.2 in Western Mass to get some contacts and learn to use this new hobby of mine. Only on HT right now until I can get myself a mobile. Well, Richard, dude, that is awesome. Congratulations on getting your ticket. Have 5.2 up, get on the repeaters, just start calling out there. Call often and put your call out there. The funny thing, as I always keep saying, is that ham radio is not like the text, like SMS texting or chat. It is not instantaneous, and you can't go back and look at it. So when someone puts something out there on the airwaves, unless it's heard by someone, it's kind of just sent out there in general. So make noise often, put your call out there often, say hello, have conversations, and just have fun playing radio, and go for it. So congratulations, Richard. Chris, KD9YSW, Chris, Radio and Life, love his channel. Please, head over to him, subscribe. If you haven't, he is an awesome ham radio operator, is just playing in the hobby and having fun with it, and he posts a lot of that. He says, day 3 of 52 and no contacts. Chris, I sympathize with you, man. Sometimes in some areas, it just might be a little tough. But hey, get out in the car, grab your radio, go, out for a lunch break, go for a walk, try a couple of different things, mix it up, learn how to be able to understand your gear. But more so, try it in different places. Like, I drive around for work a lot. So in essence, I'm, making calls random times of the day. You just never know. So kind of experiment, try a little bit, try, if you got a nice hilly area in the area, try to get it up there and make a few calls out there and see if you can make a few contacts. But keep it going, man. I'm hoping, one day you'll get that, that final contact you've been looking for, and it'll just invigorate you. So thanks for sharing. Last one, David Malik, I think it is. He says, I love it. I just got my ticket in September and got on HF in December. Awesome. I gave myself a challenge to make 5.2 contacts a week for 52 weeks. Dude, awesome. That is great. Head over to Mike's channel, N2MAK. Let him know that you're doing this as well. I know he's posted up on QRZ, and that hit the front page, so hopefully we're going to get more interest in this. The idea is just to have fun with it, make some noise on 146.52, and just, make it less of an emergency channel and more of another frequency we would just use outside of ham fests or, in very localized kind of communications. Let's have fun with it. And so he said, I'm going to try to do this as well. Repeaters and Simplex are dead out here in Wyoming. Dude, I'm sorry to hear it. It just may be that you have more listeners than you do, actually communicators. Be that communicator. Keep going, man. Don't give up. But keep us updated. Let me know, post in the comments. Like I said, I do this every day and record these vlogs. So let us know how you're doing. Keep us in the loop and keep it going. He said, I would love to get more people active. Yep. This is the only way you do it. Be the activator, I guess is the best way to say it. Be the person, the spark, the start of it, and just be persistent. Like, that's the one thing I can say out of this for everybody. If you've got an area that's more quieter, or maybe you're in a hilly area and there's just not a lot of people, don't be afraid to just put a call out there and just keep doing it over and over again. I think actually while I was, on the road, I did hear faintly Todd, W1STJ, he's a host and a good friend of mine on 14652 calling out. I don't think I could reach him, but I think I did hear him. You kind of hear people's voices and their tone. I heard him calling, so I'm going to fire up a 14652 here, and let's go get the timer going here. So we were running because we didn't do that yesterday, and once we do that, we'll get on the road. And we'll see what we can do, because this is, again, just an experiment. I'm having fun with it. I'm trying it. And if I don't get contacts, dude, I'm okay with it. I tried it. I did my best for 10 minutes. And 10 minutes isn't a lot. I mean, put it this way. We all say, for 10, 15 minutes a day, we can exercise. Well, heck, let's exercise our radios for 10, 15 minutes a day. And it doesn't have to be on a specific time of the day. Just try as much as you can and do it as often as you can, and let us know. Keep us, keep sharing, because it'll keep us all encouraged. Even with hey, I didn't get anything, because it's always good to know. But at the same time, we can encourage you and keep you going and keep you motivated. So let's start this up here. So timer's kicked off now, and we're gonna start calling on 5-2 and see who we can hear. So let me just double check if I turn the squelch down on the radio. Yeah, it's pretty quiet there. So I got the radio cranked up there. Hopefully you guys can hear the QSOs. And let's start calling on 5-2. CQ. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio Mobile, calling on 14652, looking for contacts with anyone, anywhere. Excuse me. CQ. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio Mobile, calling on 14652, looking for contacts with anyone, anywhere.
N1JUR, W1STJ.
There we go. W1STJ, N1JUR. Buddy, I heard you calling out earlier. Was I correct in my thinking?
Yeah, I called a few minutes ago, Nashua. You're kind of coming in breaking up, but I got you. Where are you located?
I'm currently in Wyndham here, heading towards Nashua, so I'll probably get a lot stronger for you in general. But yeah, good to get you there in the log, man. You get any contacts while you called out earlier, or just kind of quiet?
It's been kind of quiet. I did my first contact today. I've been working with this guy, Gary, out in Wyndham, making contacts with him, but he's been moving away for a few weeks. So he told me he'd be back when he'd get back on when he came back in town.
Very cool. Yeah, I've been trying to spread out where I call, just in general areas. Yesterday I was on the way down to Boston, made a few contacts with a couple of guys, one in Billerica, one in Lowell, and then I was up in Chester beginning of the week, and that one I talked to one in Bow, and I talked to Tim from the hospital. So yeah, just making my rounds. It's been fun.
Yeah, I got Tim last night when I was at baseball. I was in Manchester. It was real clear. I mean, obviously we're pretty close to each other, but yeah, I got him. So yeah, I've got so far I've got 7 contacts.
Roger. You're getting a little crunchy there, but I copied about 7 contacts. Right about the same here. You're the first one today, and I'll make a few other calls out there before I get into Nashua, or the 10 minutes for me stops up there. But yeah, it's been great, man. I'm glad you're still making contacts and getting out in the air.
I got very little. I got to tell you, I'll be on when I head home. I will reach out to him.
Sounds good, man. Always great to make contact with you, buddy. We'll talk to you later, I'm sure. With that, I'll say 7-3s as well. W1SJ is N1JUR. And with that, I'm going to throw it out to anybody else. This is N1JUR calling CQ on 14652. Are there any other stations out there that want to make contact? So not bad. So Todd, again, he's participating. He's making a few contacts, and again with the same guys. This is my kind of thing. It's like it's okay to have the same people you talk to every day. Build a relationship with them. Say hello. Ask them, what radios they're using. Do all of the ham stuff that we usually do in our conversations. But get to know them a little bit better, because you never know. You might cross paths with them at the next ham fest you go to, or you might meet them online in one of your chat groups or whatever. Have fun with it. It's one of those things that you never know. Those people that you come in contact with, where you're going to cross paths again, and it might be sooner than you know. So we're about 5 minutes in, and we've already made one contact with Todd there, and so let's see if I can grab a couple other guys or gals for that matter. All right, CQ. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio, calling out on 14652, looking for contacts with anyone, anywhere. CQ. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio, calling on 14652, calling for anyone, anywhere. I had a good friend in our club, a brand new ham, Annie, and I forgot your call sign, Annie. If you're watching this, my apologies. I'll make sure I put it in the post edit there. She posted, she made a contact on 5.2, her first one. She was super excited. That's, again, one of those things that just warms my heart, as I kind of say, because I think it's really important that we just get hams out there, get over the mic fright, and just call out, have fun with it. So yeah, do it, try it, let us know, report back. CQ. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio, calling on 14652, looking for contacts with anyone, anywhere. CQ. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio, calling on 14652 and monitoring. Some say it's monitoring, but I feel like monitoring means that I'm only listening. So I don't want to listen. I want to make noise. CQ. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio, mobile, calling on 14652, looking for contacts with anyone, anywhere. CQ. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio on 14652, calling out for contacts with anyone, anywhere. Now, a couple of things you might have to take in consideration is obviously what you're running for power. HT is going to be a little bit of a challenge, but if you can get it higher in terrain, you might see a benefit. I had a few commenters say that they get out a lot when they're doing mountain and soda hikes and whatnot, and calling on 5.2. If you're in a mobile or whatever, and you have a mobile setup, try to run a little bit higher power. Make sure you dial down that squelch a little bit so you can actually hear some of the weaker stations that might come and break the squelch. And just keep trying and mix it up. You don't have to say the same thing over and over again. Don't worry so much about the words. I know that tends to trip a lot of folks up, but just try it, and if you mess up, laugh at yourself, move on. CQ. This is N1JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio, mobile, calling on 14652, looking for contacts at anyone, anywhere. CQ, 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 CQ. This is November 1, Juliet United Radio, N1 JUR, calling on 14652, looking for contacts with anyone, anywhere. One of the things you want to do, I learned from a couple of my mentors early on, was don't be so quick to rush. A lot of times, you know, you got to give people a little bit of chance to either the radio will break the squelch. You know, their scanners might take a little while to pick up. The longer you do it, the longer you draw out your CQ or your audio, the more opportunity you might get someone to pick it up. CQ, 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 CQ. This is November 1, Juliet United Radio, N1 JUR, mobile, calling on 14652, looking for to make a contact with anyone, anywhere. So yeah, just try it a couple of times. It might actually even help if you're sitting in front of the radio and you want. I've encouraged a few new hams to turn off the radio, pick up the mic, and pretend or play it out. Play out how you use the mic. You know, actually go through the motions of pressing the PTT, speaking into it, getting through that emotion or that feeling that that stops you. By playing it out. You're not transmitting, you're not doing anything that you might, regret, per se, which you really can't do much to regret outside of just not IDing. Keep trying it and practice before you get on there, and that way you can feel a little bit more confident. CQ, 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 CQ. This is N1 JUR, November 1, Juliet United Radio, calling on 14652, looking for contacts with anyone, anywhere. CQ, 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 CQ. This is November 1, Juliet United Radio, calling on 14652, looking for contacts with anyone, anywhere. All right, well, that's 10 minutes there, and so not bad. We got one contact with Todd, and that is totally fine. In essence, it's somebody I know and have a good friendship with, and we hang out a lot, so not a problem. You might find that like Todd had mentioned in his transmission, that he talks to the same guy often, and it just may be your route that you're in, that you travel. So you might have to mix things up to be able to try different areas or get your RF out into different areas. But yeah, experiment, fool around. As Mike likes to say, N2MAK, RF around and find out. This is a perfect time to do that. And be part of, making ham radio great again. I hate that term, but in essence, do it in a way that, makes everybody in the hobby want to jump on and do more, instead of just be listeners. Let's not be passive, let's be active, and to steal a coined term from ARL, let's be radioactive. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, and I think, if we're putting ourselves out there and we're making we're making contacts, then, that makes the hobby that much better. So with that, thanks for hanging out with me while I do my 10-minute call on 14652 here. And again, I'm throwing out the challenge. Do it yourself. Come back, report, let me know. Or if you want to post something yourself, use the hashtag 52SC. And if you can, and maybe you're a content creator and you want to add to your content itself, just tag Mike N2MAK and myself, just so we know, and that way we can help support you and keep this thing going. So with that, I'm Eric, N1JUR, and POTA on.